Running backs are just trying to figure out what they have to do to get teams to value them and pay them the way some other positions are being paid. Now, the value of running backs has been sliding for a while, but when Saquon Barkley and Josh Jacobs both didn't get long-term deals, teams started having questions, or players started having questions. Running backs around the league hopped on a Zoom call. They're trying to figure out what they need to do to fix the problem. Well, Jaguars running back Travis Etienne has been keeping an eye on things. Of course, he's a running back in the NFL. He does still have a couple of years left on his contract, but he sees the problem and thinks the solution is just for players to be the kind of playmakers that teams want to keep around.
I really don't have a word in that, honestly. I feel like the market is what the market is, and for me to go out there and get the best deal for myself, I have to come out here and work hard each and every day. If I don't produce or be productive, I'm not going to even be in that conversation, or they're not really looking to pay me. So best thing I could do is just keep my head down and keep working and win games for my football team. But I feel like it also depends on the type of back you are, because you definitely see some backs getting paid, like Christian McCaffrey, for instance. He catches the ball at the backfield. So I feel like for running backs moving forward, you have to diversify your game. You have to just be more than just a downhill bruiser in order to be able to be on that level, in order to talk that leverage whenever you're going to the conversations. Because like you said, like you 300 carries and 10 rushing yards, you're seeing what the market is for guys like that. So for us, we have to continue to grow and evolve our game, because you see the way that football's going. You see it's a passing lead now, and we just have to evolve as a whole.
You know, the running back situation is kind of a tough topic, but you don't have to look outside the AFC South to see examples of every side of the spectrum. The Texans hit gold when they draft Dameon Pierce in the 4th round. The Jaguars took Travis Etienne in the 1st round. And then there are the two teams that really show the different ends of the spectrum. The Colts have Jonathan Taylor, who's been one of the best running backs in the league over the past few years. Taylor actually demanded a trade from Indianapolis yesterday because of some of the comments that Colts owner Jim Irsay had to say. Now, I might circle back to that in just a minute, because the Titans are the team that really showcases the reason teams aren't paying running backs. But this also speaks to what Travis Etienne was saying about skill sets. Derrick Henry is the king and should be a future Pro Football Hall of Famer. When people talk about the Titans offense, we always say, you know, they're going to go where Derrick Henry carries them, and for pretty good reason. It's been true, and we haven't really gotten a chance to see them without Henry very often. But in 2021, we did. Henry had that foot injury, and we finally saw him look like a human and have to miss some time. Well, the Titans were 6-2 with Derrick Henry to start the year. Without him, the team was 6-3. Not exactly much of a difference. Titans were able to replace a future Hall of Fame running back with Deontay Foreman, a journeyman running back whose name you might not even know. The team didn't really miss much of a beat. That in a nutshell just shows why teams aren't willing to make commitments to some players, but that a guy like Christian McCaffrey, who Travis Etienne pointed out as being a diverse playmaker, when he missed time, the Panthers were a very different team, and their wins and losses always took a big hit because he was just such an impact player on their offense. The position as a whole shouldn't be considered devalued, but the game of football has evolved some, and some playing styles are now being devalued, and it'll keep happening. Pocket passing quarterbacks were once the standard around the NFL. Now teams value quarterbacks who can make plays with their legs. It's just part of the evolution of the game. So that old school running back, kind of a thing of the past at this point.